All right, everybody, here we go.
What up, what up?
So this is Tripp and Goonz bringing you another
Incredibly
Starcraft.
professional. I didn't interject that.
Yeah, of course. So we got a Starcraft 2 match going on Daybreak. It's going to be Protoss versus Terran. Between two guys that are somewhat regulars at the Battle and Brew tournaments. So let's just go ahead and get this underway.
Yeah, we have two very, very good players in the Atlanta area.
Just going to make sure our players are ready, and we'll just go ahead and go.
Now, Remiix, I've seen a few games from him over the past couple months. I'll be honest though, maybe you can help fill me in here, but I haven't seen Eradin, I don't think, in a minute. I'm not sure. Do you know what he's been up to lately? Starcraft?
Yeah, he's been playing a lot more Heart of the Swarm than anything else. He's actually, I mean, both of these guys are friends of mine. I've seen a lot of their games. It should be an interesting match. Eradin tends to favor a lot more unorthodox strategies. His strategies are usually pretty...
oh no! Give us one moment. Somehow we have lost sound from Jim. Jim, you hear me right now? Am I coming through?
Sounds like it.
Oh, there you are. You're back.
Okay.
Whatever that was. Alright, so to start, you were saying they're both good friends of yours, and...
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they've done a lot of... They've played very many games against each other, if any. But Eradin likes to... He really favors a lot of completely unorthodox plays as Protoss. It really kind of comes into play against Zerg more than anything. But his Protoss versus Terran is pretty unique. And, go ahead and take it away with the intros.
Show thing. All right. At the 7 o'clock position, we have as our teal Protoss, Eradin, versus at our 1 o'clock, the purple Terran, Sir. Oh, no, not Sir Remiix. Remiix. There we go. Getting a little dyslexic there for a second. Trying to read all those consonants at once. That's not a word before Remiix.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell that is. It's like just letters that randomly are there. So,
Sir Remiix.
So, yeah, like I was kind of saying before, Eradin likes to play some really, really crazy styles in just about every matchup. I'm more familiar with his play than I am with Remiix's, but I have seen a fair number of Remiix's recent games in this matchup. One thing that I've noticed from him is he'll go all throughout the spectrum of what Terran is capable of. He'll do one base all in, or he'll go command center first. I mean, he could do either. So, seeing a normal barracks timing out of Remiix, and no gas so far. And he's queuing up some SCVs, so it looks like he's probably going to go ahead and take that quick command center.
Yeah, to talk about Remiix for just a second longer, one thing that I've noticed as well, kind of what you were talking about, is that he's definitely he's not afraid to be very aggressive with any race. If he feels like he's in a good position, or he feels like he's just got a good game plan ahead of him, I mean, he can get incredibly aggressive when he wants to be, and that's always fun. It's always good to know that you might at any second have some kind of crazy, you know, 2-base all-in, some kind of crazy just 3-rack out of nowhere, bunker rush, things like that. It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. And so we're seeing normal things out of both players. Eradin taking a pretty early second gas. I mean, usually this means that he's going to stick on one base for a little while longer. Maybe get out some units, maybe pressure a bit before going ahead and expanding down to his natural. But Remiix is going ahead with a pretty standard command center timing of his. And so just kind of have to wait and see what's going to happen from here. Really, really fast Twilight Council right here. And this is what I was talking about his different way of approaching this matchup. He likes to tech a lot faster than most Protosses are willing to do so.
Yeah, which can be very good definitely get somebody like Remiix, though, especially since Remiix has seen all of this. It's really going to be up to Remiix out whether he decides he wants to punish this or whether he decides he wants to play a little bit defensive and then tag up as well.
Definitely. And Remiix is, I mean, he seems to be looking to punish this more so than he is to actually just follow suit with more tech. His gases were a little bit later than you normally expect from a Terran. Usually you'll throw down the SCC and then immediately with the next minerals you go ahead and get your double gas. And you start upgrading from that point on and go into a big timing push at 10 minutes. But Remiix instead is opting to go ahead and grab two more barracks prior to getting these gases out.
Yeah, those 3 barracks definitely do say a whole lot right there. I wouldn't be surprised to see reactors go down on 2 of them and maybe a tech lab on 1. And then just pretty much when you get to start point, you get the medvacs out, you start becoming really scary really early.
Yeah, and Eradin's looking like he's going to be pretty aggressive here real shortly. We got 3 gateways on the way. He's still on 1 base, and we got Blink about halfway finished. So it's going to be a pretty dedicated Blink attack on 1 base.
And it looks like that Stalker's thinking about poking in there to see what's going on right now. I like the bunker right there. It does ensure, you know, even though it does make the timing a little bit less scary, it does ensure that, you know, going for this fast aggression, you're not going to get punished too much.
Yep.
Early on, you're going to have some kind of defense to fall back on.
Yep, and this Stalker positioning, I mean, Remiix really has not gotten the read that the natural expansion has not gone down. He's gotten his detection here. He's expecting DTs, you can tell. But Eradin's going ahead and pressuring with these Stalkers and then just backing off, just not committing with anything.
Yeah, both players are playing very, very well right now.
The first Marauder's out.
Not reacting too much. You know, he might have been able to get his SCVs back to mining a little bit sooner, but both of them are just kind of dancing around right now.
Yep, and Blink is finished now, so he's going to go ahead and start pouring it on with these units. But the repair's really, really good right now, so he's going to go ahead and have to back off. And some nice target fire on that Stalker to go ahead and get down the weak one.
Yeah, neither one of these players has done anything yet that's going to put them in a bad position right now. They're both playing, I think, very, very well. Just cautious enough to keep them from messing up too bad either way. Here we go, another battle. And again, just kind of back and forth engagements.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like this blink attack is really kind of losing some steam. So I think Eradin's going to go ahead and take an expand here real soon, and then just kind of go from there. But Remiix is just picking off a few Stalkers here and there.
I gotta say, Eradin's got to make something happen. I mean, we're at the 8.5-minute mark, and Remiix is going off with 2 bases. Eradin hasn't even. There he goes. He's just starting his 2nd base, and we're gonna be at the 10-minute mark before he even gets that up and mining.
Yeah, definitely. He stayed on 1 base for a really, really long time. So we got a couple sentries coming down at the front. He's just going to go ahead and keep poking here. And really, I mean, Remiix has got to kind of feel not real comfortable coming down this ramp. So we got a decent engagement here from Eradin. But he's going to go ahead and back off and not let these... Oh, he's going to lose a Stalker there. But he's going to go ahead and back off and not attack into that bunker with the repairing SCVs right now. And it looks almost like he's trying to bait Remiix down this corridor and get a nice force field to be able to get a really, really good engage here.
Yeah, Blink Stalker's so good at positioning. Especially with the sentries around them. I mean, this can be a really scary force for Eradin, but that's if he can get in the right position.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So these Marauders are circling around. It looks like they're going to go ahead and try to. Nah, I guess he's thinking better of that. I'm not really sure what he was trying to do here. It looks like he was just trying to make sure his 3rd was available.
He might have just wanted to make sure that there weren't any troops stationing themselves or pylons stationing themselves. Near where his 3rd
Marauder move-out's happening right now. Oh, but he's too late on the on the force field to be able to go ahead and get a couple units there. Sentries were just a little bit far back, unable to get that force field down.
Remiix doing a great job keeping his Marauders just out of range of those force fields. That could happen because if he did get trapped by those force fields, that plus the Blink Stalker, I mean, that could be a heavy blow. So looks like Remiix is doing the right thing not to commit too heavily to that. And
we got double starport production still out. No look of any, Storm is just finishing, committing to Templar tech right now. We're not seeing, I don't think I've seen Charge being researched. It has not. This is the first Forge upgrade of the game.
Now, what I would really love to see right now, to be honest with you, is some drops out of Remiix. He's got the starport up, he's got a reactor on it, he's going to be able to produce plenty of medvacs. He knows Eradin's going to be kind of stuck in the center of the map here because Eradin doesn't have the scouting out, doesn't know exactly how powerful Remix's troops are at the National. And I would say, punish that inability that Eradin is in right now and go for that drop.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
His entire factory has made it to Eradin's happiness.
And one Storm slightly missed, though. And he's going to go ahead and back off and wait for a re-engage here. Mostly Zealots being warped in. We got one High Templar along the way. And it looks like he's going to have to wait for some energy. If he can land some really nice storms, I feel like this army actually is pretty vulnerable to what Eradin has right now. The storm just barely missed.
That second one's a lot better.
Much better storm, and that's a big one right there. And Remiix is going to go ahead and try to finish this off, but it looks like Eradin's just got too much, but he's got to back off. That was a nice little trade there.
Still tough to tell exactly who comes out.
And this medevac healing is going so well, but the medevacs are running out of energy right now. Eradin targeting them down so they don't continue to regenerate. But more troops are coming in for Remiix, and I think Remiix is going to go ahead and get rid of this nice little contain here. And Eradin's going to have to go home. Oh, a misblink there is going to cost him a lot of stalkers. That is huge. He lost all of those stalkers, so now he's going to go ahead. He's going to be on the back foot, on the defensive right now.
And here are those drops that I'm thinking could do so much damage. There's just not that much. That's pretty much all of Eradin's army right there.
Yeah, definitely. This was a good call to drop right here.
Cost him a couple pylons here.
Yep, and he's just going to go ahead and pick up and get out of here. There's no need to even stay in here. Losing a few more units than I expect. Wow. He actually just cleaned this up.
Yeah, I think he's going to stay in here regardless anyways. You don't want to pick him up into the medvac and then have Blink Stalker take down your medvacs. Remiix, though, he could lose this whole army right now and he would still be okay.
Yeah, definitely. He's got a very, very large bank. So
I will say one thing, I think if Remiix had not laid down that bunker, I think this would have been a completely different game.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can see in the units lost tab, double units lost for Eradin at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
He'll be able to clean this up, and how long is he going to be able to hold on?
Yep, and I mean...
Oh, looks like we got something going on in the front right now.
Yeah, we got a few Marauders in here. They'll get cleaned up here shortly, but they did do some serious damage to this army. And really, Eradin just does not have the economy to be able to go ahead and rebuild from this. He's not... How many... we're looking at 34 probes compared to 7 mules and 52 SCVs. I mean, if you look at the income,
yeah, right
I mean,
now,
it's double right now. I mean, it's going to be very, very hard to climb back from it, but Eradin's not giving up yet. So we got the robotics facility coming back and the Templar archives coming back.
What do you do? How many? That is 8 medvacs sorry, 9 now medvacs with this army. That ant goes with cloak. With cloak? Not with cloak yet.
No, but the EMPs are going to be the important portion of this. And he just does not have the army right now, and we're going to see a GG here very shortly.
There we go. So GG Remiix takes the first game on Daybreak.
Yeah, and I mean, it kind of shows that the risk that you take when you stay on one base for that long. When you stay on one base and you try to pressure, specifically against Terran, who's a Terran player, or even like let's say a Protoss player, who's on one more base than you, and they're able to get the hold without taking any serious damage, you're really kind of you're going to be on the back foot the rest of the game, and it's not a good position to really be in. But we'll see what Eradin has on the next map.
Yeah, I don't think Remiix did, or sorry, I don't think Eradin did anything necessarily wrong there. I think Remiix just with that bunker at the beginning and already having a game plan set up where he was going to get a lot of that bio out early on, it just ended up being a perfect answer to what Eradin was trying to do. And so when Eradin wasn't able to do that damage early on that he needed to do, it's really tough to come back from that.
Yeah. I mean, it just is a risk. Inherently, it is a risk if you're going to go ahead and sacrifice economy to go ahead and do some damage early. So we'll see what Eradin has for the map pick.